What's happening, lunatics? How's everyone today? Hopefully you're all having an absolutely killer day. Thank you very much for tuning in. Of course, if you're new around here, I'm GoreCore. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to have another music reaction, and today we return to the band Slaughter to Prevail. We're going to check out their video for the track Babayka that comes off of their latest album, Grizzly. Now, if you're not familiar with these guys, they're a Russian deathcore band, so of course it's extreme music. And this is one of those bands that I've said many times is a bit hit and miss for me. While I do enjoy some of their tracks, some of it's not really my thing and leans a little bit too much into nu metal, which is a style that I'm not really very big on. But I'm always curious to see what they have for us. It's always a gamble with this band, but that makes it kind of fun. But before we get into this, I do have a huge favor to ask of all of you. If by chance you're a fan of independent horror and you like some blood and splatter, maybe a little bit of dark humor and 80s vibes, I just released my debut horror short film, The Treatment and the Cure, and it would mean the world to me if you could take 7 minutes out of your busy schedule to give that a watch. We put a lot of work into this, and filmmaking is something I would like to pursue in the future. I hope to be able to make more short films, as well as maybe a feature film one day, because that would be an amazing dream come true. But I need the support of all of you, so you can find the link in the description down below, as well as right here. So if you could do that, it would mean the world to me, and I would appreciate it so much. But let's get back into this reaction and see what Babayka is all about. It almost sounds like Slaughter to Prevail trying to be Ramside. That's the transition I was expecting. And there we have it. That was Slaughter to Prevail with Babayka, and I have to say this was a bit hit and miss for me. Initially, I wasn't too thrilled with it. You know, it started off all right, and then we kind of got these clean vocals that I said kind of remind me a little bit of something like Rammstein. And while I do enjoy some Rammstein, this is not really the same style, so to me it feels a little bit out of place. And while I appreciate the band trying to do different stuff, it really didn't work for me too much. But then we got the second half of the track where I thought it was just going to turn to your typical breakdown, and in a sense it sort of did, but it did throw me off the way they transitioned into it. And then that part was heavy and sick, and I definitely enjoyed that. So again, this is one of those bands that I very much enjoy elements of, but at times they just lean too much into that new metal sound, and in this case a completely different sound, which I can appreciate. As an artist, you don't want to do the same thing all the time, so that gets boring, and it's nice to do different things. But at the same time, if you start getting too far out of your own wheelhouse, then I think you're bound to alienate some fans maybe. But I really don't know. I don't know how people feel about this, and again, as a one-off, might not be a big deal. I have seen that Alex has been doing a bunch of covers, or at least he was doing a bunch of covers on YouTube and stuff, and of course some of that involves some clean singing and stuff, so I kind of wondered if there'd be more cleans in future stuff. But again, this is one of those bands, like I said, just hit and miss for me. I like elements, some of it I'm not so big on, so I'm always curious to see what they're doing. But yeah, this one was kind of down the middle for me. There was definitely elements that I did enjoy. It was definitely heavy and sick, and I think it's well put together, but just the whole vibe of it felt a little bit messy to me. It didn't seem like it really knew what it wanted to be or where it wanted to go exactly. So yeah, that's just kind of my take on it. Again, I'm always interested to see what these guys do, because they do have some very extreme songs that I think are fantastic, and that's more in my wheelhouse for sure. But these more experimental ones with more cleans and stuff like that just don't really do it for me, because if I'm going to listen to deathcore, I'm looking for extreme stuff. I want something that's heavy and that's going to pound me into the ground, and moments like this, like the beginning of this song, don't really do that, so I don't really know what to do with it. I'm just kind of like, okay, this is different. So yeah, kind of down the road in the middle with this one. Not really too sure how I feel about it overall. Probably a track I'd have to listen to a few times, but I just don't think it's really for me. But if you guys are a big Slaughter to Prevail fan, how do you feel about this? How does this stack up to other songs? Do you like this, change of style within this? Do you like the clean vocals? Does that work for you? Always curious to hear from you guys. But yeah, it was definitely well done. The song is well written. The band plays great. Like, I'm not knocking their skills whatsoever. Definitely very talented people. Just not 100% for me. As far as the video goes, nothing too crazy. A lot of stage footage, which is pretty common for these guys. We get a lot of that. But again, the presentation looks professional, so you can't really knock them for that. They definitely bring some intense moments for sure, and it gives a bit of a chance to see what it might be like to go to one of their shows. So I can always appreciate live, footage for that sake. But yeah, again, hit and miss. I'll definitely continue to check these guys out in the future, but definitely not one of my favorite tracks by the band, that's for sure. So yeah, if this is your first time hearing the band by chance and you did enjoy this, and even if you didn't, but think maybe you might like some other stuff, go check them out, see what you think, and if you do, support them like any band that you enjoy. And of course, if you have a moment to help support this channel, then please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Impale that like button, and if you'd like to get our future updates, stab the notification bell down below for that. Also, don't forget about those socials down below. You can follow me on all of the major platforms. Of course, the original link is down there. I also do some extreme projects myself. You'll find links for that down below if you take the time to listen to something. I would love to get some feedback from you. But first and foremost, if you can take 7 minutes to watch that short film, that would mean the most to me, and I would definitely appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who has already done that. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of your support. Hope everybody has an awesome day. Cheers, everybody. Stay sick.